My name is Sean Ray, and I just hit 40. Like any good midlife crisis, I have started to feel the hands of time. So I did what any rational person in my age would do, and I signed up for my first ever professional kickboxing fight. I now have a little over 2 weeks to learn how to professionally fight and lose 15 pounds. I called in the big guns, and I convinced UFC legend Uriah Hall to train me. My intention was for him just to sharpen my blade, but to my surprise, I needed a whole new blade entirely. You see, I've somehow convinced myself that because I've been training on and off for 20 years, I look great and I don't need that much help. But after this session, I realized I need to go back to the fundamentals, just the basics. My main takeaways from this session is to stay tight, but at the same time, stay relaxed. Really put your weight into the shots, but yet stay centered. Focus on what I'm doing, but yet don't overthink. And of course, always keep my guard up. This session for sure gave me a lot to think about. Okay, it's time for a little bit of context. When I was young, I got bullied a lot as a kid. Thanks to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I got really into the idea of learning how to defend myself. My parents put me into a Taekwondo, technically a Tang Soo Do program, and if you don't believe me, here is Exhibit A as proof. So I was not necessarily the best student ever, and it took me a long time to build my confidence to make me feel like what I was doing was actually worth it. Over time, it became part of who I was, and my identity was I was a martial artist. Now, for the last 15 years, I've done martial arts a little recreationally, but nothing very serious as I started to build my real estate business. Then on my 40th birthday, one of my closest friends asked me, what mountain am I currently climbing? That's the moment that it dawned on me, I needed this. I like the saying, practice doesn't make perfect, practice makes permanent. And if you're doing bad practice, then you're gonna have permanent bad results. That's what happened in my case, and now I'm noticing it after my session with Uriah. And so I need to really start focusing and honing in. For me to win this competition, it's not gonna be as easy as just getting the weight off. I actually need to start training and relearn all my old skills and also suffer through the low-calorie weight cut and the overabundance of exercise needed. So that's whenever I pulled out my friend card and I got a hold of Alex Medellin, El Tigre, a buddy of mine that I've had for about a year now. He's a professional fighter and he thought it would be best to really put me to the test. What I thought was gonna be a training session ended up being a fight for my life. Maybe I can look good hitting the mitts, but in the middle of a fight, it looks like I shut down completely. It became immediately obvious that I have no idea how to slip, and also when I do attempt to, I put my body way out of balance. I find myself in the same situation like I was with Uriah. This was supposed to be sharpening my blade, not needing a whole new blade. Watch as I charge forward with my hands down, my head completely exposed. It's just so sloppy. So I remembered, keep my guard up. I raised my hands, but the problem is I kept them too far away from my face and he got right through it. By this point in the match, I realized a professional fighter is totally different. Any questions I had in the match, he had answers for. So now it's time for me to figure out exactly what I need to change.
The second one, your hands go lower, and by the third one, your hand is like over your chest. So whenever you do this, you're going forward, and then boom, I got you with the head kick. Try to stay as close as possible with your hands. Your style is so open and so like you move a lot that if your hands start to drop by the third jab, which is like the third move, you're gonna be with your hands all low and you're gonna get caught if the other guy likes giving you head kicks. You're too reactionary. Like whenever I hit you with the head kick, instead of like eating it up and like, okay, what did I do wrong? Like, I'm gonna stay closer. You reacted. So that left you open. Remind yourself all the time, keep your hands up. It has to be, because it's subconscious. So you gotta make it conscious in a way that all the time during the round, you gotta tell yourself, keep your hands up. I know that you're good enough to like win this thing. You don't have a lot of time. So try to use the more effective stuff and try to like, whatever you use already, just try to make it a little bit better.
Okay, it's emergency mode. So not only do I now know that the entire strategy of just coasting into this event with just focusing on my weight cut was a horrible strategy. I now know, after working with Uriah and Alex, that I need to just throw my entire fighting style into the trash. That's a big blow. Not only that, but I am way past my weight goal that I'm supposed to be at for this part of the process. And I need to restart my entire training and, starting from square one, act as like a new student. And there's only a week and a half left of this process until the fight goes. So at this point, I'm feeling a little bit at a loss. So thank God I was able to convince Uriah Hall to come in last minute and do an emergency session to kind of break me down all the way to my core and then rebuild me back up to give me some kind of hope and path forward going into this final week. It's crazy to say it, but here I am, relearning how to throw a cross. Yeah, it's nuts, but I did notice that he was right. Every time I threw it, I overextended, I moved a little bit too far to the left, too far to the right. I gave myself this unbalanced mode, and then it put me in really vulnerable positions.
Drive your hips, remember, drive. Right. Now, see where your weight is. It looks a little bit too much over there. Let it go. Let it go. With you, to fix you, you gotta let go of doing it right. You hold on to that too much.
I'm twisting a lot. My head's off the center line, but I didn't notice what I was doing wrong. You're right, I was 70% weight on that front leg. And so that's the reason normally in sparring why if you were to come after me and pressure me, then I feel this need to do that because I have all this weight. So it's hard for me to shift back as I'm getting pressured. So if I stay here, and then you come to pressure me, my natural reaction wouldn't be to turn this way because I don't have 80% of my weight on this leg.
Just stay here. No, forget the fancy stuff for a bit. The fancy stuff will come. But if you don't have this foundation,
Not this.
Not that. Just relax. It's like owning it. Think of it this way. If you know you could never fail, that feeling, that's how you have to spar. Oh, I can't fail. I can't. That's letting go. Just let it go. Okay. And stop thinking so much. I'm good. The only thing I would add is a little higher. But that's money. 2 more. Come on. Breathe. Don't let it fade. 1 more. Good. That was money.
Thanks, sir.
That was really good. That's it, bro. Every time you don't try, it comes out. I'm telling you. There it is. There it is. Up, up. Good. Now your chin is up. Just keep it down. Good. You're doing this. Do this. Hide behind it. Yes. Right here. Imagine yourself in a C. Box, box. Weight's got to be in the middle. Right here. That square, that little star is where the weight wants to be. See that? Boom. Pull the weight. Keep pulling it. Keep pulling it. Get this involved. Drive with it. Drive, pull. Right. Bring it back. Pull it. Right. That's the weight. Again. Good. That's the weight. Boom. Keep it square. Good. Bring it back. And go. Now, you pull it here. You're going to release it behind you now. Go. Boom. That's the hook. You go here, release it. See that? Okay. Here, release it. Your arm. Boom. Good. That's the hook. Boom. Boom. Yeah, you do a lot of this with your hips.
Yeah.
I'm a miracle.
Yeah.
Look, keep your hips right there. One place.
Going into fight week, I have so much to think about, but at the same time, both Alex and Uriah said stop thinking so much. Just keep it basic, keep it focused, and stick to your fundamentals. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do and start hitting the gym and really get those pounds off. But there's one thing that I did that almost ruined everything for me and almost made me lose the fight before it even started. Find out in the next video if I was able to make weigh-ins or not.